ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਕਾਰਨ ਪਰੇਸ਼ਾਨ ਹੋ? ਕਾਲ ਹਾਸ਼ਮੀ ਲਾਅ ਫਰਮ। ਇਹ ਪਰਸਨਲ ਇੰਜਰੀ ਅਤੇ ICPC ਕੇਸਿਸ ਦੇ ਮਾਹਰ ਹਨ। ਡਾਇਨਾਮਿਕ, ਤਜਰਬੇਕਾਰ ਅਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਲਾਇਰਸ ਦੀ ਟੀਮ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਕੰਸਲਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਲਈ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ 604 599 2900 ਤੇ।
ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕੀ ਗੁਜ਼ਰ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਹਾਂ।
God is omnipresent and He loves us all. He's not a dictator who's going to punish us. It's our deeds which lead to the results which we face. That's what Sardar Harbans Singh Kandola talked. Before the break, let's continue with the discussion. Ji.
Abhijit, we are trying to understand here, in that slok, last episode, we continued on that, is that in that slok, Guru Nanak is saying that there are all kinds of people in this world.
Ji.
There are black, white, brown, and some doing noble deeds, concerned about the happiness of others, and there are others who are doing evil deeds, hurting others and harming others. Some are spiritually awakened, gurmukh, and there others are manmukh, full of ego. There are compassion, hatred, happiness. Others are in pain, rich, poor, good, bad, ugly. I think the Guru is in this saying that in this world, you're going to face all these challenges.
Right.
But Guru has given us the wisdom, the strength, the path, how we deal with that.
Right.
And those challenges are not going to go away. Those are the situation. But Guru gives us the strength, the vision. Guru called this world a pabsagar, difficult life ocean to swim.
Ji.
And Guru Nanak Pasha ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਗੁਰੂ pabsagar ਤਰੀਐ it ot eko jane.
Ji.
Nanak says, oh man, if you want to enjoy peace, happiness, bliss, deal with difficult situation, live according to the teaching.
Right.
There's no other way of that.
Well, that's a very important point what you have raised, that because today Gurbani gives us the strength to cope up with those kind of problems. The problems are not going to go away, but how you react is what is going to make a difference.
And this is to deal with our thought process.
That's right.
Our consciousness.
Yeah.
Not rituals are not going to help us.
No doubt.
It's a changing transformation of our consciousness is what is going to help us.
And even science today also is talking about this, that positive affirmations and positivity can lead and heal you.
Absolutely.
That's what science also is saying today. And when you mention about the positive speakers in the world today, like Deepak Chopra and Wayne Dyer, they're also emphasizing on the same part what gurus have told so many years before.
Yeah. We're talking about the slok number 2
Ji.
in this before the body.
Right.
3. And again, this is a long slok, and we will read that, and then we'll go into the message of this. This is a powerful, when you listen to this slok, Harpiji, and this is try to listen it in a carefully, but it gives you a clear message. Guru Nanak Pasha kehde, Kudrat dissa, Kudrat suniye, Kudrat pao suksar. This is the same message we discussing before, previous slok. This is the continue the same message. Kudrat patali agasi, Kudrat sarv akar, Kudrat ved puran kateba, Kudrat sarv vichar, Kudrat khana peena pehnan, Kudrat sarv pyar, Kudrat jati jinsi rangi, Kudrat ji jahan, Kudrat nekiyan, Kudrat vadiyan, Kudrat maan abhiman. In this world, all kind of stuff is there. Kudrat paun pani basantar.
Right.
Kudrat tarti khak, sab teri kudrat, tu qadir karta, paki nai pak, nanak hukme andar vekhe, barte takota. To understand this slok as we did in before, we need to understand the word kudrat.
Kudrat, yeah. Nature.
Again, you have to do a lot of research what the word kudrat, then you can understand the essence of the whole slok. And in a dictionary, Harpiji, the kudrat has been defined as a creator or controlling force, a set of principles or laws, guiding intelligence established for determining constitution, development, well-being, and regulation of the universe.
Right.
It is the set of principle, guiding principle to regulate the working of the universe.
Right.
Okay, that's how it's the definition. Means this, as we've been discussing before, this means this whole universe operate according to the system.
Ji.
And the laws of nature, Nanak called Hukum Raja Pan.
Right.
Which is, as I mentioned, is a huge concept which we're trying to understand. If we grasp that, as I mentioned, the life transformation.
Absolutely. And that's what the purpose of Gurbani is, that there should be a transformation in your life. It's not just repetition of a few lines and then you feel there's going to be a change. No. And that's why it was a paradigm shift actually. That's what the Gurus revolutionized this concept.
Oh, absolutely.
Because at that time when they came up with this Bani, and the system was absolutely different and they were just rituals and ceremonies which were much in vogue. But the Gurus did a paradigm shift whereby they came up with a new idea that you have to live up to those standards.
Guru emphasized living the truth.
Ji.
And according to Guru Nanak, in this philosophy, God, Shakat Satguru, Rabji, Kudrat, the same.
Ji.
These have been discussed in the same context in the Gurbani. Nanak says, for example, Balhari, we're trying to explain in a simple word so that we can grasp the idea of Hukum Andar Sabko.
Yeah.
Balhari Kudrat Vasya. The creator is not separate from the creation and outside of this creation.
Ji.
The key difference here is that when Nanak says, Tera antan jai lakhya, Kudrat kavan kahan vichars. That's where Guru Nanak actually depart from a lot of other theology. Is very important that Guru Nanak simply stayed away from discussing why, when and how this universe was created.
That's right.
Guru Nanak didn't get into that. How vast is the universe? Why the laws of the nature work the way they work? Kudrat which vart reha jada labbi nijam hai. Today, even the best scientists cannot answer these questions.
Right.
And Nanak was, I would say, so smart, intelligent. He stayed away from that. He said, I have no power to explain that.
Right, it's beyond description.
Beyond description.
Right.
I don't want to indulge it. Even the scientists today cannot.
Ji.
You know,
still researching,
Guru says, let us talk about what is more important today, here and now.
Ji.
He said, I have learned to surrender to the Rabbi Nijam, the laws of nature. Kehna hai kuch keh na jaye, tau kudrat कीमत नहीं पाए. It is beyond human comprehension. Guru said, Jo tud pave sai parikar, completely surrender to the hukum, the pana. I have learned to live in the present. That is so revolutionary of that time.
No doubt.
But the inspirational speakers are talking now. Guru is talking about exactly. But have we discussed Gurbani in that context?
Well, that is what is unfortunate, that the way Gurbani has been interpreted and told to us, it has been absolutely different. And that's the result, what result we are finding today. In our community, feticide is at its highest stage right now. Look at the crimes and look at, though we say, Sokyu Manda Akhi Jit Jame Rajan, but look at the condition of our women.
I was talking to the people outside here, the our seniors, war veterans, I think you interviewed them, and we were talking about, like in Punjab, Sikh boys have forgotten what it means to be a Sikh.
Absolutely. There was a documentary on this, that they are cutting away their hair because they want to fit into the system. And what system are we talking about?
Because we haven't discussed Gurbani in this context.
That's very true, because they have not been told. It is not the, I would say, the fault of the youngsters. They have not been told what Sikhism is.
Exactly. So when we understood the word Kudrat, what it means, now we can explain the slok. You know, we had to understand what Gurus are saying. Sab teri kudrat tu qadr karta paki nai paak, nanuk hukme andar veke varte tako tak. O God, the whole universe is your creation. And when, why, how, I don't know. Paki nai paak, you are the universal truth, divine wisdom. Nothing is outside your hukum, Rabbi Nijam, will of God. We humans are the one who do not live according to the hukum, Rabbi Pana. Haripiji, the whole nature work operate according to the laws of nature. Kudrat antar vartreha Nijam. It's only us not follow. That is the cause of pains and suffering. There lies the reason of our as the pains and suffering. For example, Guru says, Jamman marna hukum hai, ਭਾਣੇ ਆਵੇ ਜਾਏ
जी
now child take birth according to the laws of the nature a conception happens okay laws of nature determine whether it's a boy or the girl
जी
we are happy when a child is born when a child or somebody else in the family dies passes away we are completely sad unhappy we do not accept the truth the laws of nature those who are born they will die
that's right
whether various reasons right we deny and resist the truth rabbinism the will of God when we do not accept that
जी
it's not that we should not grieve should not be sad Guru says Guru simply is guiding us how to handle the situation
जी
without being depressed, angry, resented, and blaming others.
right
That's what the religion is. Without, do not deny, resist the fact. Rabbinism. Resistance is the cause of pain. That's the key message of what we're discussing.
right
Jamna manzoor hai, marna manzoor nahi, which it is the law of nature.
Absolutely.
You are
Anything
born
which
with the
has
laws
been
of
born
nature
is going to die.
It's impermanent.
जी
Otherwise, it's a violation of the law.
right
And we must surrender to the will of God, hukum, learn to live in the present.
जी
In this, is this easy?
no
No, it's not. But we have to work on this. It's possible, absolutely possible, and but we have to continuously work on this.
Absolutely.
Without working, we cannot internalize
Right.
the teaching. It's not going to happen in overnight or.
Well, but
no.
that's what the basic purpose of Gurbani is, that you internalize it and day by day you understand it and then you follow that. That's what the basic message is. Sir, thank you very much for your time. Pleasure having you. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. So what we have talked today is the idea, as I always say, of starting this program in English is that we are able to reach to our youngsters. Asa ki war is a revolutionary concept, and what it talks about is surrender. So today what we emphasized upon was that let's accept whatever is happening in our life. Well, if there is good or bad, it is not that God is doing that, it is because of what we have chosen. The free will is there. So it depends upon us whether we want to follow the right path or we want to go into the wrong path. So I hope in this discussions what we are having, you are gaining. And again, as I always say, that these things need to start at a bigger level. Our Gurdwaras also should start these kind of discussions, because until and unless we are able to interact with the youngsters, the result will be what we are finding today in the Gurdwaras. We don't find the youngsters. From Bani and Bana, we are going away. It is our initiative and it is our duty that we all need to understand that it is not just the job of the Gurdwaras to do all this. We also need to come forward and start dialogues. आज के प्रोग्राम की करते जी थे समाप्ति फीडबैक ਲਈ 604 603 75 55 ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਈਮੇਲ ਰਾਹੀਂ harpreet@akaltv.com ਤੇ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਇਹ ਇਕੱਲਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹੈ ਨਾਰਥ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਿੱਚ, ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਹਰ ਰੋਜ਼ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਪਿਰਿਚੁਅਲ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੁੰਨੇ ਆ। ਉਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਦੀ ਮੰਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਹੋਰ ਵੱਡੇ ਚੰਗੇ ਲੈਵਲ ਉੱਤੇ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਲਿਆਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜੇਕਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਦਿਓਗੇ, ਉਸ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਚੰਗੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮਸ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋ ਸਕਾਂਗੇ। ਫੀਡਬੈਕ ਲਈ ਅਗੇਨ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰਨਾ 604 603 7555। आगे लेना आ गया, फिर मुलाकात करेंगे, तब तक गुड बाय।